Ouvre-moi ta porte. Ta porte.
Pourquoi le mien?
J'en veux un.
Qui voudrait baiser une folle comme toi?
Okay, I've been ripping on French horror a little bit lately because the last couple French horror movies like them that I've watched lately haven't quite lived up to the hype. You know, I keep reading these great reviews, creepiest movie of the year, that type of thing. And then I had a couple buddies who were like, yeah, check out this movie called Inside. It's this French horror movie. It's like all the rage, you know? I'm like, come on. I've already been tricked. I'm tired of getting tricked. That's what happens to me all the time. But once again, I broke down, bought the movie, and guess what? Holy crap, for once, it lives up to the hype. It's part of Dimension's extreme horror collection, and I'm like, come on. I've seen it all, people. I've watched all these movies my entire life, every gory movie, and I sat there, I swear to God, with my jaw on the ground. I'm not saying it's like the goriest movie ever made or the best movie ever made, but the fact that I was sitting there watching this and it came out, I mean, you just do not get this quality of horror nowadays unless it's like from another country, because what do we get? Frickin' Prom Night remakes. That's what we get. Instead, we should be getting this crap, because you know these guys are just making this movie because it's like, hey, we're going to pay you a bunch of big bucks to like do another Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Woo woo, yeah, that's what I want to see, is another remake of another remake. But luckily, in the meantime, we get this. This one concerns this pregnant woman, right? First off, moms and moms-to-be and anybody else that has kids that are like young, don't watch this movie because it's really nasty. Or maybe you should watch this movie. Maybe they should show this movie in sex ed class in high school. This should be like, because I'm telling you right now, the last place I'd want to put my dick is in a chick after I watch this movie, because I do not want what happens to this woman to happen to the person that I love. And unless it's somebody I don't like, then I might want to have sex with her just so it would happen. This woman gets car accident, husband dies, she's pregnant, she's got to raise the kid alone. I'm not going to get a bunch of spoilers, but she's like living in her house, she's almost giving birth, she's walking around, she's like, oh, you know, pregged out and stuff. And she's a photographer. She takes pictures of riots and stuff. So she's been down with some stuff. She's seen some horrible imagery, cars blowing up, people fighting, the whole bit, you know. That's kind of the background for the whole thing. And then one night she's sitting at home and this woman comes to the door and she's like, let me in, my car broke down. Well, of course she doesn't, which is a surprise because, you know, normally it'd be like, oh yeah, come on in and use my phone, mysterious woman at the door. She doesn't let her in. She's like, my husband's sleeping. And the woman's like, your husband's dead. I know you're pregnant in there by yourself. And then it gets creepy, right? Because then everybody that comes to help her ends up dying in some horrible fashion. I'm not giving anything away. What else is going to happen in a horror movie? They're not going to sit around and play pinochle people. They're going to freaking get their heads cut off. They're going to get their eyes cut out. They're going to get self-tracheometries. There's going to be arms nailed into walls. There's going to be heads shut off. There's going to be everything that you watch gore movies for. And Admittedly, there's a little bit of CGI blood. I hate the CGI blood. I hate it so bad, but it's made up for by frickin' baby cam, because what happens like when a woman gets slammed into the wall, they go to the inside of her stomach and baby's flopping around like the frickin' 2001 baby, and he's like just floating around there like some goddamn astronaut and with no gravity in outer space, and there's like, and he makes faces and he sucks on his thumb, and it's really cute, except for like when she's getting hit in the stomach, and then it makes his face like it just got hit. It's really cool. You gotta watch that part of it's awesome. But I'm telling you, this movie, and it has a great soundtrack too, by the way. I haven't heard very minimalist soundtrack. There's not much going on, but like when the killings go on, the soundtrack is like very, very cool. I mean, it's very creepy. The entire, I swear, I just haven't seen a horror movie this intense for a while. You should rent it. I'm telling you though, your girlfriend's not going to like it. Your wife's not going to like it. They just aren't going to like it unless they're really into like super gore horror movies. Do not show it to a pregnant woman. You've been warned.